I finally have some time to check out the latest song from Currents, So Alone. It's been a couple weeks that it's been out, and I've not heard it yet, so let's have a listen. And go! Jesus Christ. Whoop. Woo! Nice little lead over the top there. Got a long intro. Oh my god. Fucking riffage. Ooh. Lovely gaps for space. Bit of piano. Change of the rhythm pattern. And then lower than the extreme vocal to support, also with the piano. Double screams. The riff is fucking magic. Some far right hand trash there. Very trashy. Fucking relentless. Not the catchiest of choruses melodically, but it's very nice. Very regular kick pedal pattern. Maybe all the 18th. 18th? 8th. Gotta roll those fuck. That's ridiculous. Doubling it up. Gentle. Love the electronic pulsing going on as well. Yeah. Spacey drums. Keyboard doing some work as well. Leading with the snare this time for the chorus. It's an interesting snare sound. It's like zero character to it. It's just there. Nice change up with the drum pattern, the orchestration of it. Huh. Well, that was a metalcore song. Okay, let's break it down. I did like a lot that was going on there. The drums I thought were interesting. At times, you know, how do I even put this? They were very straightforward in terms of, they were busy, like there's a lot of double kicks in there. There are moments where you could do a one pedal version of it, like basically every main hit. So it was kind of staccato-y throughout, which supported it really well. There were some nice choices actually when they would go away from that. Right at the end, the orchestration, the beat changed entirely, and the placements and the frequency of the snare. And I loved that moment. There was a moment where there was like a couple of trashy cymbals that were panned way right that they did like once. Never came back doing the song, as far as I could tell. And I loved those. Those little bits of change and surprise were great. leaving some nice gaps at moments between sections of the song. The drums were grand, but mostly, you know, served the functional beat, I would say, which is fine. I mean, again, there was in the final chorus there, leading with the snare, I don't know. For some reason for me, it just kind of takes a lot of the groove out of things. There are ways of doing it. You can lead with the snare and have that on the downbeat and everything on the 1s and 3s, but also add some groove around it. And I didn't really feel that from this one, but it was fine. It was fine. The guitars were great. I think they were the shining stars of this song. The fucking riffage was so satisfying and cool. It had some great patterns to it, some variations in the kind of rhythms there, and the tone was great, and the chugginess, like in the moments where they simplified things. Later on, it's just dun, 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 and let everything else kind of, that's a proper headbanging moments in there. So the guitars were fucking great. Some really nice placement of lead guitar bits and pieces over the top as well. Sometimes they do that with keyboards, sometimes with lead, and I thought the balance of that was really nice. So the guitars, I think, made this song as good as it could be. They added some soul and depth to it, and they were the shining star. The vocals were really good. I mean, the scream vocals are fucking great. That low guttural was so comically low for me that I wasn't super into it. It kind of took me out of the song a little bit. It was like, let's go as low as we can for the sake of it. I don't know that it was necessarily what that moment of the song needed, but the scream vocals were really strong. I thought there were the kind of delicate, clean vocals, not talking about the chorus, but there was a moment after a couple of choruses, I think, in a sort of pre-chorus moment where you think maybe they're going to go back to it when there was a lot of space in the song. Those I thought were gorgeous. There was a really nice moment. It reminded me a little bit of the more subdued moments in Event Animate, which I really like. The chorus itself, the vocals were fine. Like, they did a really good job. They were strong, but the melody itself was a kind of mid-range, forgettable melody, and I didn't really... there's no catchiness to it, which is fine. It doesn't have to be catchy, but it was just kind of there. I don't know. The chorus wasn't particularly strong for me. Other moments in that song were better, in my opinion. The other elements that they added to that, there was quite a lot going on there, actually. They had some keyboard layer in there doing some sort of fourth quarter notes, as one of those quarter notes. You could call them 16th notes because it's such a slow tempo. Depends on how you draw it up. But I like the kind of keyboard there. But also sometimes it was like a proper piano sound. Now that may have been done on a keyboard that's using a piano effect on it. But I thought that element was really good. The kind of keyboard percussive piano layers were really nice. And then the moment where most of the music cut out, there was something like electronic pulsing and build and bits and pieces there. And that, I think, made the song more dynamic and more interesting than it would otherwise have been. Because overall, I thought it was just, you know, a good song. There were some moments of delight in terms of the guitar riffage, certainly. There was some punch from the drums. The chorus was all right. It was predictable in a good way, I'd say. It kind of had a nice format to it, so I could follow along. It was a very atypical sort of metalcore song for me. Kind of relentless, driving forward nature of it. I liked that quality to it, but it meant that there wasn't so much that stood out as variation. So overall, in terms of rating, I would say that's a solid song. I thought that was great. You know, Currents I think I've preferred some of the other stuff I've heard of theirs in the past, but this was good. This was a big wall of sound at times, and it had some satisfying layering and chords and bits and bobs going on, and I thought it was good. I thought it was a good, solid song. What did you think? Let me know in the comments, because I'm seeing in the comments here someone says they got goosebumps from that on the actual video itself. I didn't get that. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great song, but it didn't really... I don't know if maybe I'm spoiled by how good that Event Animate song album was recently, that I'm now finding it hard for anything else to compete this year. But I thought that was solid. That was great. It didn't really do anything wildly insane for me. Doesn't have to, but I'm now rambling to try and make excuses for why it didn't really hit me the way I hoped it might. So Alone by Currents. That was a song. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like YouTube to send you more videos like this in future, then do boop the subscribe button. If you're interested in some additional content from me and some early video access, I have a Patreon page for as little as £1 a month where you can help support the channel. Either way, thank you for watching, have a wonderful day, and maybe I'll see you in another video.